can see, the garage is kind of blown apart with parts and tools everywhere. And I've got to get it back together before I start forgetting where everything goes. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a quick look at the frame so you can see how it came out. That first foot peg, I just put it in. All right, so let's go ahead and reassemble this foot peg on this side. All right, so we got the brake set up, parking brake, and the foot activated rear brake. We're good to go here. Okay. Greased up. Just unplug it, route it back through. Neutral. Okay, and then go ahead and add the air box back to the frame. The carburetor. Get pressed into place to mount the box back to the frame. Okay. I'll mount to the rubber nipple up front. Okay, the lid. Gas tank back into place. $10 with this guy right here. want to make sure that it's sitting in there correctly. So the bolt is loose right here. We're going to go ahead and slide this in. Okay. It looks pretty decent for something that's designed to go off-road. And then this whole top section is going to be covered with that cover down there. So I'm going to go ahead and install it, and we're going to take a look at it. Not too bad, right? Let's get the seat installed. Now the build wouldn't be complete if we didn't take the time to go ahead and replace these grips. Down the inside of the grip. Let's go through each individual item that I touched on this four-wheeler, and we'll talk about what I did to kind of restore it to the level that it's at. The tires themselves were in pretty good shape, or are in pretty good shape. I didn't want to leave them black, so I decided to go with the antique brass finish on them. Went through and touched up the frame, the control arms, and like the shift linkage, footholds. Those were touched up with paint. The rear swing arm, as well as the differential. The exhaust was also done in VHT high temp paint. And then the brake lever was also touched up. Everything from the steering side was all inspected. Ball joints on upper and lower control arms were inspected, and they are actually fairly good condition. Shocks were disassembled, and all the paint was stripped off them. Tried to get them looking as nice as possible. And then as far as the bumper goes, this ATV came to me without a front bumper mounts. They were welded to the frame, they were painted, and then as far as the bolt holes go, they were drilled out and tapped to take these particular bolts. I did touch up the petcock and the fuel cover right there. I added a new spark plug and the coil. The plastics were all painted. I refurbished them the best that I could. We also added this headlight cover. I went ahead and added one of those brand new, as well as the grips, new grips from Honda. And then as far as the headlight goes, that thing was painted over. Unfortunately, I made it worse by trying to put some paint stripper on it, and it ended up kind of eating into the plastic. I also added a new choke cable. The one that was previously on here was broken in this location, so the choke couldn't actually attach to the bars. So I added a new choke cable, as well as this new, I'm gonna call it like a dash bezel. The one that was on here was broken, so I went ahead and replaced that as well. The seat cover also got replaced. Grab bar was also painted to match the frame. The axle was one of those pieces as well that was painted. So I went ahead and wire wheeled down each portions of that axle just to kind of give them the luster that that material deserves. Rear shock was also done, same way that the front shocks were. So other than that, I mean, it's got a new battery. It is good to go. The only other thing that needs to be done on this, as I started up an attempt to drive it, is I found out the hard way that the bike, although it starts, it has a very hard time going into gear. I thought this was done. Fortunately, the project is not done. It is going to need some clutches. So I'm gonna drain the oil in this thing. In the next episode, we are gonna take off the oil cooler lines, remove this front cover, and attempt to get that done. So that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think of the restoration, if you guys think it was worth it, and what you would have done different. So again, thanks for watching. This is Fahrenheit Motorsports. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.